I had to really think about whether to make this review of the Netflix documentary called Unknown Number about what is it, the high school catfish in Beale City, Michigan. And it was crazy because when I was first watching the documentary, I told myself, I said, please don't let this girl, because the B roll of that town, I said, please don't let this girl, she was the daughter, by the way, the daughter Lauren. I was like, please don't let this girl Lauren talk about something. Oh, well, we're an average town down south. I'm like, because girl, that town, Beale City, Michigan, looked at like somewhere in Louisiana, somewhere, it was definitely giving me Louisville, Georgia. My mom's from there. Okay, my family's been there since, you know, literally, not even joking. Literally, my family's been there since the slave days. Okay, Bill City was definitely giving me. We have not changed since 1700. Where is question number one? I Can we ask the question? Because I'm going to be asking a lot of questions. Question number one: where is Ty Pennington to give Bill City an extreme town? Shit, an extreme township makeover. Okay, political additions. Where is Ty Pennington to do the makeover? By the way, have y'all noticed my hair grew back? Because I had got me a haircut. Oh, but that's right. That was in June. It's almost September. Do y'all notice it took my hair 2 months to grow back? It normally takes my hair 3 weeks to grow back. Three. It has been about eight. Oh shit! It's been about 8 weeks. I feel like I feel like today. I woke the fuck up because I really stayed up all night, and I have a meeting at 2 o'clock. Actually, two meetings: one at 2 o'clock, one at 4 o'clock this afternoon, and I stayed up all night. One of the things I did whilst staying up was watch this documentary. But we're gonna get into her. We're gonna saute her and roast her because first of all, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of similarities I noticed about my own life in this documentary. It is insanely scary how my life actually, well, not really my life, but my childhood actually parallels this documentary. The small town that's smaller than a small town. It's giving me very much so a horror film. Like a horror film could be filmed here. It's giving me the type of town where there's a dead body every 5 miles in this town because, but it's giving me that's the kind of town where motherfuckers end up. It's one of the Y'all know them towns. It's one of those towns where you drive along the highway, middle of nowhere. That's probably why I mentioned the South. It's one of them small towns you drive in the middle of nowhere. You're trying to get to the big city, Detroit. And, shout out to Rosa Parks. And shout out to Zach Campbell and Kenny JD because, from Detroit. And, on the way to Detroit, you stop in this middle of nowhere town called Beale City. And you're like, oh shit, are we in Louisiana today? The answer is no, but you might as well be. Because, girl, there's probably a dead body on that damn street in this town. Okay. You got the parents in the documentary talking about our town is 600 people, and our town is so small that the only gossip in the town is what the school students are doing because it's elementary, middle, and high school. I'm like, see, I didn't think of that as weird at first, but something should have told me that was foreshadowing because of what happened in the documentary. Anyway, so okay, now that I can understand being a parallel to my own life because I my whole life I basically grew up in small towns except for one, which was Jacksonville, Florida, in case y'all know. Okay. You know. I did a little bit of country hopping, continental hopping, like Ginger Rogers. I did some continental hopping between Jersey, well, New Jersey, I should say, because in case I have foreign watchers, because yes, by the way, British people, come close, sit at the edge of the fucking computer. I do know Jersey is an island off the coast of France. I do know that Guernsey is next well, damn near next to the Isle of Man. I also know about the Isle of Man existence. Okay, I'm just saying that I'm from New Jersey in America with three K's, which is spelled Amerikka. Okay, not to be associated with the brilliant country that is England, not to be associated with the brilliant British monarchy. Okay, I'm just here to say that. Um, my second question, while we're asking questions, while we're having a debate, while we're because see, which listen, this documentary taught me, that in my own childhood, had I learned to look the fuck over my shoulder, perhaps I could have mollywopped the killer a few times because I've been in contact with some murderers. I've been in contact with a few Freddie and Jason looking motherfuckers in my day. At 30 years old, I deserve to just ask one simple question. Okay. I've been around toxic white people. I've been around toxic black people. I've been around toxic Asian people. I've been around toxic Latin people. I've been around toxic people of damn near every single race you can think of. Okay. So, two questions. First, see, that whole statement led to two questions. Question number one, which is the new question I just thought about. Why do toxic white people ask about Asian people, knowing that toxic white people are not Asian and got no damn business in Asian people's business, inquiring in Asian people's business? Why toxic? First of all, let's not even get into the fact that during code, I'm not even gonna say the word. Because YouTube's gonna ban my ass. Cause see, that's why I hate censorship. But y'all are not gonna learn about that until I'm dead. Something called engraved, which something called, we had to pay $500 for a funeral because it's giving me Ellie Mae Clampett. It's giving me toxic Southerners. It's giving me. I keep telling you, it's giving me. I had to drop kick another Southerner off my damn boat in 1870. Okay. Meanwhile, you have the whole Confederacy out to annihilate my ass for all my little statements about the South. But the part they're not going to tell you till I'm dead is, see, Donald has cousins in Virginia, in Arkansas, in Tennessee, in South Kakalaki, North Kakalaki, Georgia, and Florida. Well, not Florida water, but you're talking about actual state of Florida. And by the way, North Florida, not the rest of Florida. I'm talking about North Florida, the sensible, rational part of Florida, which I actually grew up in the north side. Well, first of all, first I grew up in the south side of Jacksonville. Then we moved north. Then I used to visit my uncle in the west side. I don't know where he's at today, but we still have a location and a phone number, so at least I know he's still living. Unlike these girls down south who, they make statements about their family members who move outside the south. My question is, why are y'all making statements about your cousin, your country cousins, your literal country cousins, your literal country mamas, papas, mammies and pappies, grandchildren, great 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 grandchildren, and your baby fathers? Why are y'all making statements about your country brethren who are leaving the South? Why? It is not Donald's fault that Tammy Sue and a parfait wanted to move out of Texas, out of Georgia, out of, can we say, another shark attack in North Carolina to the green hills of New York. Well, excuse me, the mental illness psychopathy, narcissism of New York. And maybe she wanted to move to Massachusetts. Maybe Sweetie got her little back to school scholarship to Harvard. Because listen, Bostonians be having speech impediments. Which so at Harvard, listen, the president of the United States had a fucking speech impediment. Okay, you have. Why did this video become this? Oh my god, I'm talking. I was really supposed to get to the parents of the documentary because I really want to roast them. It ain't even. But somehow we got to Boston and talking about Tammy Faye Baker and her bullshit right now. I don't. If y'all don't understand that, I for damn sure don't. Because this is how my mind works. Okay, you have the suits and ties, or as the Americans call them. Yes, girl, the Americans. I'm half American. Um, but the conspiracy sorry, theorists. The conspiracy theorists will have you believe that I am not Bermudian. The answer is no. I'm half American. Okay. That's why I've been trying to hitchhike to England for the last 12 years. And bullshit. Americans, yes. British people, come back to your computer. I'm done roasting y'all. British people, I love you. Come closer. British people, when y'all try to roast Americans, some of the bloody Americans are talking about censorship. The bloody Americans are talking about this, that, and the other. Yes, I am too. Okay, I am also one of y'all. Okay, come closer. Bring your thinking caps and your 5-pound notes of Queen Elizabeth. By the way, I want one. Canadians, come closer. I just remembered. By the way, I used to have a Queen Elizabeth. I think it was a silver dollar, half dollar from was it England or Canada? Child, the bank fucked up one morning. I was a teenager then. This was like I was in the apartment then, so I was like what 15, 16 years old. Child, I fucked around. I don't know if it was my mom or I found one. One of us was at the bank one day. I had to be 15 or something like that, 15 years old, something like that, because I'm 20. Don't let my youthful face fool you, okay? I'm giving you Justin Timberlake blonde braids before he turned his life around and kept drinking alcohol. I'm just saying, after the misogyny, actually before, but you didn't hear that from me. I mixed up my timelines and my cultural appropriation because we're talking about a certain person. And that's also on point because I've been casually roasting the South, but Britney Spears is the exception, because she's been through certain things that have to do with this documentary. We're not even going to get into that because y'all would roast me like a rotisserie chicken, which if I even try to mention y'all's queen Brittany Jean. Oh, wait a minute, that rhymes. Brittany, come close, sweetie. Can you make an album called Y'all's Queen Brittany Jean? Can you? But then again, Brittany wants to retire, so why am I being so insensitive to her needs? I'm just saying she need to roast that damn brother, her drug dealer slash her satanic ass handler. Roast the brother. Is Brian his name? Roast Brian for me. Saute him over a crock pot for me. Because why are you buying your sister, Brittany Jean B. Spears, drugs? You're buying your sister mess and she's dancing around on TikTok like Ellie Mae Clinton. This girl is the modern day Ellie Mae Clinton. I don't understand. Y'all don't get me started. I just don't understand why our country cousin Brittany Jean is out here dancing like Ellie Mae Clampett, who just returned from California and now she's once again just thrown back to Louisiana, acting like she just stepped off the highway to a bunch of cocaine. I'm very confused. Then I'm finding out years ago the mama wrote a book about her daughter. I'm like, your daughter is Brittany Jean the Spears. Why are you writing a book about your daughter? Money. You want to make money. Because Brittany Jean is, richer than me. And I'm a jealous mammy. Okay, right. Lynn, come closer, Lynn Spears. Lynn, why are you writing books about your daughter? Lynn, do I need to hospitalize you, Lynn? Do we need to put Lynn in a conservatorship, Lynn? Anyway, listen. It has been 15 minutes, and the documentary has not been sauteed in the pot like 30-minute meals the way I wanted to originally saute her, like a Rachel Ray episode. I was trying to, but then we got sidetracked. We started off in Bangor, Maine. Somehow we ended up with Janis Joplin in San Francisco. Tell me why that does not make sense to me or you. Okay, I'll wait. Okay, tell me how we got here, because we're just drifting offshore like the Titanic submersible. And I don't even have $2 billion. And then I'm hearing James Cameron had something to do with this Titanic submersible, which was right next to the Titanic. I'm like, I thought all this man did was direct the actual Titanic movie, which had nothing to do with the actual ship. Why am I finding out that James Cameron, the Australian, no less, all of a sudden is involved with the submersible? See, I really, first of all, speaking, here we go again. But listen, I need to make this quick statement. We're gonna get back to the documentary because I wanted to originate. That was the topic of this damn video. Me trying to drag the fuck out of these parents because the internalized misogyny of the parents and the daughters, the parents disrespecting their daughters in this documentary is wild. Why isn't anyone roasting the fucking parents and the mamas and the mammies of the documentary for disrespecting their own daughters? I inquire. Yeah, the Americans are so misogynistic. I can hear British people come closer. I can hear you telling us Americans to go to England. Bitch, I will. I got my. Don't listen. I will get my plane ticket. I have resources. I can get my plane ticket. Okay. It ain't nothing for me to go to JFK Airport, bitch. I only live 3 hours in good traffic from JFK Airport. Okay. By the way, I'm going to see a concert on October the 3rd in Queens, New York, where the what's that stadium where the US Open is held? The one oh shit, it's in Forest Hills. I can't think of the damn name. Anyway, anyway. I will be there. Okay, because I am not square like Elvis told y'all. I am not square. The parents in the documentary are square to their kids, but me, Donald, no, no, no. Okay, I am not a square. Okay, I just happen to have Elvis's widow's peak. I'm listening. Elvis, I need to roast you because you listen. Elvis need to give me some of them damn jumpsuits. Where are Elvis's jumpsuits? That's another question. We're trying to ask the questions, right? The questions that everybody wants to know. Why hasn't Elvis and Priscilla given me some damn jumpsuits? I bet you I would fly in an Elvis Presley jumpsuit, but they would have to custom make that shit, shorten her down about 5 inches because I'm only about 5'2". Okay. I am no taller than a glass of milk. Elvis, you need to shorten your jumpsuits for me. Okay, from the grave. Get your seamstress. Get okay. Get on it. Elvis, Aaron, get on it. Okay, call Mama Gladys. Tell somebody. Y'all from the South. Tell the community. Tell the village. Because I bet, from Elvis's day, I bet the whole town he grew up in, the whole populace is dead. Tell the village, get me a jumpsuit. I need one. This physique needs one. Elvis was always looking fly. I need an Elvis jumpsuit. Every man needs an Elvis jumpsuit to go with his collection. These men today, first of all, why? First of all, being a man in 2025 makes me ask the question, why do men exist in 2025? But also, see how we just listen. We got sidetracked. We went from San Francisco to New Zealand. I'm sitting here talking about Britney Spears to the South, to Elvis to the South, to making me a jumpsuit. I'm like, how do we get here? Anyway, okay, so let's get back to the documentary. Okay, so Ty Pennington, I'm done roasting his ass. Right, B-roll. So okay, we're done talking about the B-roll and how Ty. I'm gonna get on Ty Pennington's ass for not giving Beale City, Michigan, an extreme. What word did I use? Extreme political makeover. Extreme township makeover. Political edition. Give Beale City, Michigan, an extreme township makeover. Yeah, the city. This first of all, the town looked like it has seen better days. The town looks like it has had 8 strokes, 17 heart attacks, 35 unpaid medical bills worth at least $300,000 or more. They've had listen. The town looked like it's had at least 55 affairs, at least 20,000 mugshots. I'm in just that one town. I'm just saying. The same way I asked Elvis, I tried to channel Elvis, because the girls love the sound of medium. I tried to channel Elvis into making me a jumpsuit from the grave. I tried to channel the spirit of Elvis. Why can't we channel the spirit of Bill City, Michigan to reform the town? Stop letting once again, your country cousins, brothers, aunties, and uncles, and children, and daughters, and mothers, and wives, stop letting them ruin Beale City, Michigan. Can the village of the deceased village populace of Beale City, Michigan, can y'all do that for me? One favor. Stop letting the town ruin itself. Because that town needs a plastic surgeon. Your town, Bill City, if you're from Bill City, listen close. Can y'all give Bill City, Michigan a facelift, a plastic surgeon, maybe a BBL on every single building? I need y'all to do that for me. Can we do that for Bobby June's little 20th birthday? Can we do that for little Maggie Lou's prom, her 13th birthday prom? Can we do this? What was that movie? The cheerleaders about ready, okay? Just get me ready, okay? Because, I'm Charlie, Bill City, Michigan, y'all are the angels. Accomplish the mission. It for 3 easy payments of y'all did the Netflix documentary, put your town's business on blast. Everybody trying to go to the town to take pictures and be tourists, and be dumbass tourists. It's like about I bet one of the tourists will go to town and oh, this is the house where such and such. What's the mama's name? I forgot the mama's name. Good lord, Lauren is the daughter, but the mama, Kendra. They're talking. They one of these dumbass tourists. I'm like, and this is why I understand why British people hate Americans because I'm like, the Americans just they don't have any etiquette in him training. No, him training at all. Suzanne, no. I'm like, yes, I understand. It is as Madonna said, as Madonna said, the red line. See, first of all, I told y'all. First, we started out in New Jersey. Then we ended up in St. Louis. Then we had to reroute the plane to England. I'm like, how do we get so sidetracked in 24 hours? Well, actually, 25 minutes. How do we get so sidetracked? I don't know. Because we ended up in Australia. with the accent, and Steve Irwin from the grave not making me a crocodile hunter jumpsuits. Maybe not. Maybe Steve Irwin ghosted me on the phone call when I asked him to make me a crocodile hunter outfit. I'm just, maybe I looked a little bit too put together for the wilderness of Australia. Maybe I'm a little too country for Bondi Beach. Maybe I'm a little too big city. No, no, no. Well, Adelaide is now the big city, but see, it's a small town back in her day. So maybe I'm a little too small town for Adelaide. These are just opinions. These are just wasn't questions that I need Australia to come forward with. Okay, Australia, that's your homework assignment. Answer the questions. You know, Julia Gillard, I remember you. Why are you hiding, Julia Gillard? Julia Gillard, can you help me answer Australia's questions about Donald? Me. Why I probably would or would not fit in Australia. I have we and British people come close. See, here we go getting sidetracked. British people come closer. Can y'all help me understand why the Americans are disrespecting me constantly all the live long day? Can y'all answer the question as to why the New Jersey Department of Labor is sending letters to my fucking house for 15 years about a lawsuit that ain't got shit to do with me? Shit for as the country folks say, shit from Shinola to do with me. But this fake ass $7,000 lawsuit that I ain't got shit to do with. Okay. I don't know her from Adam, Eve, or a unicorn pumpkin on St. Patrick's Day named Steve. Every time the state of New Jersey, the Department of Labor, whatever the fuck you want to call it, it's allegedly the state of New Jersey because allegedly George Washington crossed out of this bitch to get to Pennsylvania. I I don't understand why. Whenever I say, maybe England is better, the Brits say, Donald, you live in New Jersey. Why are you talking about us? And I'm like, for real? Y'all motherfuckers like Andrew Tate. British people, come closer, because now y'all gonna get it. I'm about to roast you. Y'all motherfuckers let an American called Andrew Tate in your fucking country. And y'all let that Satanist into your country. And y'all allowed him to traffic women. Why? Y'all allowed this motherfucker on Big Brother. Then y'all turned around and allowed his younger brother, the runt, the mutt, the cat litter, Tristan, onto another English reality show. And by the way, I almost didn't fucking recognize Tristan because he looked like a shell of his damn self. By the way, shout out to Tristan Tate for unblocking me because I asked him, is this the real Tristan Tate? And the motherfucker didn't respond. Because he and the brother, he and Egghead, Andrew Tate, I call Andrew Egghead, by the way. I love British humor. So I had to call Egghead Andrew. And Andrew is Egghead. They're interchangeable. By the way, yes, so shout out to Tristan Tate for unblocking me, even though I later blocked his ass again. Um, we're just gonna roast that pot of chicken later. Anyway, by the way, the we're gonna roast that pot of chicken called the Tate Brothers stew, the way that Jane and Mary Dell have roasted you two, the way that Lauren Southern has roasted your ass in court, egghead. I am not the one you should be blocking on social media. Okay, you need to block your penis from trafficking these girls. You need to block your penis from raping and trafficking women. You need, first of all, both of them, not just Andrew, Tristan too. I said the Tate brothers, not just Egghead, not just Egghead. Okay, see, at least Tristan is a reformed egghead to where we had to get a hair transplant to correct Mr. Potato Tate into an actual businessman. Because, Tristan always got the suits on, them dark colored ass suits. Every interview is a suit, a suit, a suit, a suit, a suit. It's like he went to Oprah's closet and stole a motherfucking suit. He went to Stedman's closet, burglarized Stedman's house. The little guest house beside of the road from Oprah's house in Hawaii. The house that was saved after the not Maui earthquake, child. I need to be ashamed. The Maui volcano. They saved Stedman's house, but I guess the townspeople got together like the Salem witch trials and said, "Bitch, this is the Oprah witch trials. This is the Andrew and Tristan Tate witch trials. We're going to burn all of Mother Oprah shit tomorrow night." And them townspeople got together and said, "Wow." Started burning shit, throwing shit out her house, burglarizing shit. They said, "We don't like Mother Oprah." The 13-year-olds of the town, the mamas, the kids' parents, and the mamas, the pappies, all of the parents of the Hawaiian land were probably mad as hell that Oprah didn't allow them. Not the grand old opera, it's what Oprah. Oprah didn't allow them to leave and evacuate during the tornado, so they said, "Bitch, we're gonna come back to the town about 6 months later. We're gonna let Oprah sit and marinate. We're gonna give it about 6 months. Then we're gonna take notes from the Salem witch trials. We're going to banish Oprah from her house. We're gonna banish Oprah, keep Stedman at his house, up 1 mile up the road from Oprah's house. We're going to secretly go to Oprah's house. We're going to do a guerrilla warfare operation. We're going to go to Oprah's house at 2 o'clock in the morning when she sleeps. At the hotel 20 miles away. Next island over from us on Oahu, right? We're going to stake the fuck out. We're going to put on some guerrilla gear, bitch, because we're going to tell this American bitch, we're going to take back what this American heifer stole from us. Because we're Hawaiians. Justice for our Hawaiian monarchy, ho. That we ain't had since the Americans stomped all our shit in 1940, whatever the fuck. 18, whatever the fuck. Okay? Because when white man from town became black woman from town named Oprah Winfrey from town, they're like, "Oh no, I'm not motherfucker. You got me fucked up." The whole state of Hawaii said, "Oh no, motherfucker, to Oprah." They're like, "No, we're going to plot on this heifer. We're going to go into her house, burn her house to the ground. Then we're going to steal back all our Hawaiian artifacts that Oprah stole from us." Because it's called revenge against colonization. By the way, I've been telling y'all in videos for years now that black people are colonizers too. It's called Candace Owens and Andrew and Tristan Tate. They're the three, and Kanye West. They're the four colonizers of the black community. Another one was exposed, Gloria Gaynor. She's singing on these fucking records, "I Will Survive, hey, hey." Right, her and her Republican tap dancing have survived, but not the gays. She said, "Oh no, honey, not the gays. I allowed the gays to pay me money, but not anymore." I said, "Oh shit. Looks like I need to, you know, I need to rotisserie Gloria Gaynor too. Shit. I need to light her on fire the way I lit up Candace Owens in videos and light up Andrew and Tristan Tate, the way I lit up the egghead and the former egghead in videos too. Shit. I need to start making more, I need to start lighting up more stoves. I need to start getting I need to fuck a fireplace, which I need to start getting a Thomas Edison ass fireplace that was made in 1720. You know, I need to buy a 1-room schoolhouse and put that in my house. And make Kanye and Candace Owens and the Tate brothers my students so they can stop being brainwashed by this shit that they call the Republican Party. We need to make them take my class, my etiquette class, at the Donnie Simmons Etiquette Academy. But that's not going to be the name of it. Okay, that's just a name that I thought of my imagination. See, just like these Republican conspiracy theories that these have us keep thinking of, that those are opinions the Republicans are making up in their mind. That's how they brainwash us. See, how did we get here? I'm telling you, Deborah Cox understands the assignment because how did we get here in this video? Bitch, I took the bus. See, I'm like that gift. Bitch, I took the bus. How did we get here? That's end of the word. How did we get here? Bitch, I took the bus. Give whoever can find that gift of that lady trying to parody the Deborah Cox song, nobody's supposed to be here. Cause my mom saw that shit like 15 years ago. And she still tells me, I can't find that gift. I can't find that gift. Where's that Deborah Cox gift with that lady said it too? How we get here? Bitch, I took the bus. I'm like, I don't know where that shit is. I don't know. I don't know where she at. I don't know where that lady at. Listen, Deborah Cox said I need to leave Canada, move to America. She said I ain't supposed to be in Canada. Fuck you mean though he's supposed to be here? She said here's Florida. I live in Florida. Anyway, okay, so oh my god, listen. The plane went from Australia to Oakville, Ontario. We don't know how the plane got here. Once again, bitch, I took the plane. Um, I'm telling y'all, I was supposed to do a read of these fucking dumbass parents in this documentary from Netflix, but somehow we got to a bunch of other characters, side characters in my little production. You know, I don't understand. You know, if I actually did a sitcom, I would probably cast me, Ricky Martin, Timothy Chalamet, and Vinny Hacker to be leads. And I don't know why. I just feel like it would really work. You know, America would have a question mark over that cast list, but not me. Okay. Not I, said the duck. Okay. Anyway, once again, we're just going to glide across the river bridge. We're going to roll on the river. See, like Tina the fucking Turner told you hoes in 67, we're going to go river deep, mountain high to get to the point of this damn video. Okay. Because it makes no sense as to why I spent 38 minutes and 5 facelift operations trying to tell y'all about a bunch of irrelevant has-beens. So we're gonna include it. First of all, including the mamas in the documentary. So we're gonna get to that in just a minute. Okay, so first things first. Kendra, I don't know your last name. I don't fucking know you. But Kendra, your dumbass statements reminded me of someone in my life. I'm not saying who, but someone in my life who also has Munchausen's by proxy. I'm a victim myself. Okay. So keep that in mind as I'm saying this savage roast. Kendra, if this was 1691, your ass would have been convicted of witchcraft. All the lies that this heifer is making up in this documentary. I can't stand no heifer who don't take accountability. You marry with kids. You even victimize. First of all, you victimize your daughter because you're jealous of her. Then you victimize her boyfriend because you obviously wanted to. First of all, you wanted to be the boyfriend's girlfriend slash baby mother slash whatever the fuck you wanted to be. Okay. And this next statement, see white people come closer. You know, and white people feel free to throw tomatoes. This is your one last chance to throw tomatoes because y'all didn't see when Diddy went to prison. Y'all were not throwing tomatoes at that trafficker called P Diddy. Okay, I did. I know why the cage bird sings, which I'm not telling. So if you're mad at someone, you might as well throw tomatoes at me. Anyway, so I'm just saying, this next opinion, if y'all are too insecure and weak in your I don't know, sexuality, I don't know, weight, race, etc., etc. It could be anything. Feel free to leave this video because it's been 30, 40 minutes. It's been, you know, I've operated on 25 BBL since the beginning of the video. So my clients have walked out the door, and so has my rationale. Because the minute I saw the witch herself, Kendra, with her cauldron and those, yeah, it's all in the eyes. The minute I looked at Kendra's face in the pictures that the YouTubers keep showing, I'm like, girl, please, she did that shit. Those eyes are black. It's all in the eyes. Those satanic ass eyes tell me she did it without saying a single word. Even before I heard her talk, I'm like, them eyes are black. Satanic. Like Ozzy Osbourne. Anyway, but y'all didn't hear that from me. Anyway, so yeah, so Kendra, like I said, if this was 1691, she would have been the first heifer convicted of witchcraft. Very first one. The whole town would have ragged on her. They would have volunteered to throw this heifer into the fire. Okay. See, Shaka Khan said through the fire, however, Shaka Khan has not met a heifer like Kendra. Okay. Because unlike Shaka Khan, Miss Kendra, I do not feel for you. And by the way, Shaka Khan, I feel for you is my song. Don't fuck up my song. I love me some I feel for you. That's my shit. Okay. But Kendra, no ma'am. You first of all, Kendra strikes me as someone who was not chosen as a child. So she starts, making up stories because she's so bored that nobody wanted to play with her as a child. Then she starts talking about I was assaulted. Ma'am, that don't give you an excuse to do what you did to your daughter and her boyfriend. You wanted to be a 13-year-old, 14-year-old, 15-year-old, 25-year-old baby mother so bad. It was giving me very much so Jerry Springer of grooming. Like, that's what we're serving today on Netflix. We went from Netflix to Jerry Springer. Kendra, why? But that's not a question that she can even answer her damn self. Because I told you, it's all in them satanic ass eyes. It's because she's a Satanist. She worships the devil. Okay. And why the fuck are my lights off again? It's like this the second time this has happened. Remember in the last video, my lights were off for like 45 minutes. It was weird. Now it's happening again. Tell me why. Like Michael Bolton said, bitch, tell me how I'm supposed to live without lights in my YouTube video. Okay, just think about that. Food for thought. Anyway, let's proceed. I will not be disrespecting the children in the video because they are, once again, victims and they are children. However, the parents can get this fucking ass. The parents can get roasted day in, day out. All the live long day. I will be serving you a very hefty dose of Freddy Jason. Oh my god, of Freddy Krueger's black cousin. I'm the one that was roasting these heifers. Um, because the first person who got roasted as a child was Freddy. We grew up roasting each other, and he could not read me as well as he thought he could, so he had to take my ass out in the horror movie because he thought that he could have power over me, and he didn't heal that childhood wound the way we thought he did. So that's why he went around the hard movie kind of trying to slay these heifers. Because Freddy is the male version of Kendra, the mammy who was trying to become Owen's baby mama. I say what? By the way, this is a spoiler, but when I found out that the mama Kendra was doing all of this to try to become the door, the son-in-law, girl, he better not be her damn son-in-law after all this. He better not be. What? The way that that mammy is in denial, talk about um, she mentioned something about dry. She mentioned something about everybody does a DUI or some shit, and I'm the only one that got caught. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Okay, listen. White people come closer. I'm about to say some reckless shit, but it's true. I feel like we need, listen, white people, y'all need to team up with me to legalize um spanking Kendra. Okay. We need to legalize slavery for Karens and toxic white people everywhere, worldwide. This needs to be a worldwide legislative law passed, not just in America, not just in the U.S. of us, which is a word I use because Americans are narcissists. The U.S. not just in the U.S. of us, but everywhere. We need to legalize a law, saying that all these white supremacists, all of these racists, all of these misogynists, all of these murderers, pedophiles, etc., that happen to be Caucasian and happen to have caucasity DNA. They come from a caucasity background. Let's legalize slavery for them, please. Let's legalize 39 lashings, 40 acres a mule. Let's legalize uh 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 what's I was gonna use the term, I forget the name of the term. Let's legalize, a black version of let's legalize black slave owners enslaving Karens and toxic white people, you know? Like you have British people getting angry that they're getting arrested for transphobic tweets in this bitch. Why can't we make them slaves then? Instead of arresting them, throwing them in jail. If they make a misogynistic post on the Twitter, arrest them. If they make, I mean, no, not arrest them. If they make a misogynistic post on the Twitter, we gotta enslave them. Yes, and they need to be enslaved by the people that they attacked. So if they write a misogynistic post about women, a woman needs to enslave them. If they write a racist post about black people or Asian people, a black or Asian person by this new law that I'm passing has every legal right to enslave a white person. Sure does. Sure does. Sure does. Yeah. Because I damn sure want to hear a white person about, oh, the Americans with censorship. Now it's in your country. Y'all have spent 30 years whining about Americans and how much y'all don't like us because we censor everything. Well, newsflash. British people, come closer. I'm giving you current events. Now censorship has come to England. How does it feel? How does it feel to get a dose of your own medicine? Okay? When you do dirt in the dark, the devil's in the details, dear. Okay. That's my little letter to British people everywhere. Unlike Michael Jackson, bitch, there is no doo-doo and feces everywhere except for conservative bullshit. Okay? Anyway, I spent so little time dragging the fuck out of the parents, the dumbass parents in this documentary. There's only I forget their names, but the mom and the husband who exposed Kendra and the police officer refused to do shit about it. Shout out to y'all. I love y'all. Y'all have restored my faith in modern day parenting because I was under the impression that if motherfuckers today have a child at 21, they're about to be trash parents. Trash parents. I was wrong. Okay, there is at least one couple who is doing the right thing in American parenting. It is them. Look no further than them. I forget their name. I cannot remember their name. But shout out to y'all. And that Brad guy they mentioned, shout out to him too. Shout out to him too. And by the way, I'm so proud the FBI got involved in sauteing this heifer Kendra for every ounce of prison inmate slash I mean the word slave, every prison slave that occupation she is worth doing in jail. I'm proud. I'm very proud. Okay. The year and a half of enslavement that Kendra did in jail, prison, whatever the fuck we're gonna call it. I'm very proud. Very proud. She served her time on the white man's plantation, and she should have been held there longer. Can listen, white people, can we make a petition to enslave Kendra a little bit longer? We need to get on that. And while we're at it, let's enslave the toxic black people. Candace Owens, let's enslave her a little bit longer, but hell, she got so much money, she'd be the slave master. Shit, she already trying to enslave Democrats. Let's enslave her first. Her and let's enslave Kanye, let's enslave the Tate brothers, because they want to be biracial when it's convenient for them. Let's enslave them too. Meghan Markle, let's enslave her for her narcissism because, all the lies that she spread in American history. It's giving me Meghan Markle is very American History X. If you know, you know. I'm not going to spoil the movie. It's giving me the black version. See, Meghan Markle gives me the black version of American History X. But y'all are a little too young to understand that movie, so I'm not even going to spoil it. I can't spoil it. Watch the movie, okay? It's also giving me a dose of, if y'all know the John Waters movie, Gen Z, come here. I'm gonna teach y'all some history. It's giving me the John Waters movie, Cry Baby. By the way, Johnny Depp did this thing in that movie. Anyway, and this was before Johnny Depp looked like somebody's pill popping uncle who was a motherfucking convicted pedo on the streets on Amber Heard Drive in Bumblefuck, Kentucky. I'm just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Listen, there was a time where Johnny Depp actually looked somewhat Native American because, I've heard the conspiracy theory that his mother was Native American. I've heard that he was adopted on a Native American reservation at like 13 years old. I saw the pictures. He had the long native hair down to his backside. I've seen. Remember, the devil is in the details. Really, what y'all don't understand is that in the movie Cry Baby, Meghan Markle serves me Cry Baby, but she's the toxic version. Like, actually, if listen, she serves me Cry Baby with the Confederate flag in the background included, and she would probably be proud of that shit. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And Harry is baby mama. I can't think of her name. The one that had the baby will cry baby before he got locked up. I can't think of his fucking name. Here I go, just spoiling the damn movie. Gen Z. Anyway, Gen Z. That's your history lesson. Watch John Waters. John Waters is a legend. Does not get his flowers. By the way, I'm gonna see. Can we make John Waters and Bill Maher make a movie together? Can we punish Bill Maher by with his fucking bullshit ass MAGA beliefs? Can we punish Bill Maher by letting John Waters roast him in the film? I would need John Waters to do a comedy film where Bill Maher is kind of like Bruno. Make Bill Maher Bruno. Call him Moro or Bruno or DiGiorno or some kind of child. Oprah I don't know. Make him into the butt of the joke. As many people as I've seen on Club Random, and Bill Maher is never the butt of the joke on Club Random. However, I'm gonna need John Waters to let Bill Maher star in his next film. And John Waters, I'm gonna need you to drag the fuck out of Bill Maher and his wannabe gray hair so bad. Drag him to the grave. Maybe if John Waters has to pick him up and carry Bill to the physical grave, I might just give the movie a 5 star out of 5. However, if that funeral does not happen as campish as possible, because it's John Waters, if you know, you know, then We need a Gen Z version of hairspray. Listen, I'm just saying. By the way, in case y'all don't know, I was a hippie in my past life. I should have been born in the 50s. I'm just saying, I already listen to music. I don't understand why we have such profanity on TV, such trash. As see, British people come closer. I don't understand why we have such rubbish bin on television. Someone's not gonna say it, so I will. I don't know why television looks like every TV channel I turn to is I'm watching the Republican news and I get reminded of the Grim Reaper. That's what the Republican Party has become for me. The Grim Reaper standing right on my shoulder saying, um, "You're next, bitch." I said, "Oh hell to the no, to the no, 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 hell to the no, Grim Reaper." Stop grinning and reaping in my fucking house. And go to Candace Owens' house. Go to Bill Maher's house. Go to Kanye's house. Go to Dave Chappelle's house for all them transphobic jokes he used to do. Go to someone else's house. However, I need to say that my time on YouTube in this video is limited, on the 3rd of September 2025, because which it is 9:41 a.m. Like I said, my dumb ass stayed up all night. And I did not spend enough time roasting and rotisserie chickening the parents of this Netflix documentary. Yeah, that mom tried to be a baby mama and Owen's baby mama, and it's not cute. She needs to be in trouble for grooming. Bye.